Welcome to coverage of the 2019 Leland Disc Golf Club Match Play Championship, where even the intro has too much hyzer. So we'll be watching coverage of Jeff the Machine Stinson against Chuck the Disc Ninja Myers. Let's see how they got there. Jeff utilized experience early, dispensing of Daniel 9-7 before defeating William 4-3. Then had a battle with Richard in his third match, winning 2-1, and finally taking out James 5-4 prior to this meeting with Chuck. Chuck took a less direct approach in getting to this meeting today, but did get out of the blocks early with a win over Victor 3-2 before a fiercely contested matchup with James, where he lost 1-0, dropping to the losers bracket, where he met up with Tim, taking him out 7-6. Next up was Garrett, who he defeated 2-1. Richard gave another champ a battle, but did fall 1-0 to Chuck. Jeremy was dispensed with 3-2, and finally Chuck got revenge on James on his way to this championship matchup today. Welcome to the 2019 Leland Disc Golf Club Match Play Championship. These guys are raring to go. So let's jump out of the first tee pad and catch the action. Hole 1's a short little par 3, a little over 150 feet. Jeff's going to just flip an AVR putter in there. Nice spot. Beginning players may find these trees close to the tee pad a little intimidating. Experienced players are more concerned about the OB long, and Chuck has snapped off a banger GT. He's a little concerned about the length on that, and he did go OB. He's going to concede the hole, and Jeff goes one up. Hole 2, another short par 3, is over water. All of this is OB, whether there's water in that retention pond or not. Jeff going with a rock here, nice and easy. Looks like he may have gone a little bit long, but certainly on the right target line. Chuck's going to be tossing a Mako 3 here. Little nose up, let it float back. Well played, well played. Jeff looks to have about a 25-footer to make his birdie. And again, we're only playing by holes, so that's 2 shots for Jeff, and he has stymied Chuck on his attempt to get back to all square. Jeff remains 1 up after 2 holes. A little bit longer hole here. There's several lines on this particular hole. A wide four-hander Anheuser shot. These guys are going to challenge the low ceiling of those trees. Jeff's a little concerned about that one there. There is OB. This retention pond stretches in front of this basket at hole 3. Chuck again going with the Mako 3, turning over just a little bit. It's going to fade back out. Might have gone a little long. Oh, we'll see where Jeff is. Jeff has challenged these OB stakes. I think he paid the maintenance crew to skip a week here. The cabbage has held up his disc, and there Chuck has missed his birdie putt. So he's sitting at 2 throws for the hole already. Jeff can go 2 up here. Just like a machine, just hitting chains, going 2 up after 3 holes. 4th hole, again, a low ceiling, not really a tunnel shot because there's not a lot of trees here, but it does require you to stay low. Jeff possibly throwing a leopard in there, potentially. You know, if I get this wrong, just pretend you're watching the first round of the Memorial. Um, Chuck catches a limb there with that, and we are just playing so fast here. That's actually Chuck's second shot in front there, the Mako 3 after the maul. Jeff trying to finish off a birdie here. Oh, unlucky. Taking the band dead on. Chuck able to save par. Jeff still does remain 2 up. We're going to get ahead of the group here a little bit. This is from in front near the path, getting out of 5. Nice shot by Jeff. Wonderful roll inside circle 1. That's a tougher shot than you think as you're looking at it from the tee pad. This is an Anheuser line for Chuck. Cuts it a little bit sharp. Catches a tree about midway down. Again, this is a short hole, but definitely a challenging one for beginners and experienced players alike. So Chuck will have a long birdie attempt through some trees. Gonna line up a kind of a tricky shot, a little bit of an Anheuser. Floats it past, does get a tree kick back to underneath the basket, but Jeff can definitely capitalize with strong position here, about 20 feet. And there he is with that AVR again. He's just going 3 up. It just absolutely robotic. And here we are at hole 6, a little bit longer, 290. Jeff making a disc selection here. Not sure what he's going with. Possibly a turn. Let's see what it is coming down here. Just zipping right by our camera there. Heading towards 7's tee pad. Chuck is going to go with the... That is the maul. That is the Latitude 64 maul. Floating it beautifully. He's got a nice position. Again, low ceiling. Trees overhang a lot of the fairways and several of the baskets, making you throw a direct line. Jeff's got a tough spot over here. He's got some limbs hanging down, preventing him from getting any sort of arc on this. So he's got to go directly at it. Not sure what he was lining up there. Looks like he switched to a spider? A DX spider. I think someone said that's a spider he's got in his hand. He's going to flick it in. Oh my God, right into the basket. He's just on fire today. Chuck has a chance to have the hole and unfortunately catches the left side of the chains. So Jeff is 4 up after 6 holes. And this is a lefty hole. There's a double mando from the 7th tee through these trees that you see Jeff lining up in the middle of. He is going to flick an easy Firebird, and that's just perfect. It's exactly what you want to do on there. Just flick, gear down a Firebird. Mako 3 here again for Chuck. And that's an incredible shot. To make that mando that tight, stay low, and to get on that side of the bunch of the trees is just an amazing shot there. A couple of birdie opportunities. Chuck missing wide again, this time to the right. And again, conceding the hole to Jeff. For Jeff to go 5 up. This is a straightaway par 3. The Steel Magnolia hole. The Magnolia on the left. Right there with some leaves falling off. Has the tendency to catch more than a few shots. And there's the Christmas tree on the right a little further down. And that's going to eat up Chuck's drive from the tee there. So a couple of up shots. Chuck with a little flick there. Let's see if Jeff's going to run this one. Trusty AVR in hand. Floating it a little bit, maybe it catches. Oh, flirting with the basket, and they're gonna tap in for a couple pars and have that hole. Jeff remains 5 up, coming to 9. Let's see what this is. This could be a Star Destroyer. Flipping up a little bit, not to flat, catching a late tree there. This hole is extremely challenging. It's the longest hole in the course. Following that tree line, there is a Mando to the left to prevent you from going on to 4's fairway. And Chuck has caught a tree as well. All right, now what you don't see here is, you wonder why Chuck is lining up this way. It's because there's a huge spider web actually going between these two trees. Yeah, you see him get caught up in it a little bit there. And he's looking at that option to skip it around. Nice play. Does get some tree love there. Could have kicked him away and been more of an obstruction shot, but did kick him around. And Jeff's just going to lay up, play the smart move there. Chuck makes his par putt. Jeff can have the hole and remain 5 up here. Just a machine. All right, so this is now a 9-hole course, so we're going to play that 9 again. Jeff with the AVR once more. Oh, flirting with the ace. Just catches the basket on the left-hand side, but perfect placement again. Chuck's going to gear down on that Mako 3 and just float it in. Remember, he went OB with his banger GT on the first go-around at hole 1. Birdie for Chuck. And again, to expedite play, conceding that putt to Jeff to have the hole. Here's Jeff again with the DX Rock. A little bit more of a hyzer line this time. Still went a little long, not as long as before, I don't believe. Chuck again with the Mako 3. Going a little wider this time. Yeah. Jeff's got a nice easy putt. Throws in a 2. Going to be a couple of birdies here. So again, having a hole. Jeff remaining 5 up. Looks like a different approach for Jeff on this hole. He's going to go with the big flick hyzer. Trying to go around those trees. And that's going to spike. Very, very, very long. Did not spike. It actually hit and rolled. He's going to have quite a second shot there. Chuck going a little lower this time. Still going long. Jeff is playing for a different zip code at this point. Putting toward a basket with OB behind. Oh, just misses. And does hang on to stay in bounds. Very dicey. Chuck makes the birdie putt. Jeff remains 4 up to this point, even with Chuck getting that hole back. And again, we're to hole 4, which is actually 13 for us now. I swear he caught the same tree he did last time with that Latitude 64 maul. Not staying low enough, coming up a little bit. Jeff's just ripping down there, and actually that's the place to miss. If you can't go right at the basket, you want to miss left. Much larger opening, less trees to deal with, fewer branches to deal with. So if you want to miss, you want to miss left. And Jeff just taming that Mako 3, putting it right in a position. Jeff's got to make this one to take the hole. And does. Jeff is back to 5 up. Here we are at that challenging 5th hole again. Jeff not getting the same bounce he got last time. Chuck going for broke here. That Anheuser line with that Mako 3. Oh, flirting with the basket. I believe he may have actually gone right over the basket. Jeff with a very tough putt. Interesting footing over here. Just smooth. Smooth outside of circle 1, just a hair. And actually that will put Jeff at 5 and 4 over Chuck, though. Even if Chuck makes this putt, there are not enough holes left for Chuck to catch Jeff.
Congratulations, Jeff, on the 2019 match play tournament, and for your prize, there you are.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good job. Everybody played great. It was a great job.
Thanks, Darren. Thanks,
Any words
Chuck.
to say?
Yeah, no, this is great. The course is great, and appreciate you having this event.
Oh man, we're gonna have it many more times. It was, I think everybody had fun.
Well, that's a wrap, people. The 2019 Leland Disc Golf Club Match Play Championship is in the books. Jeff Stinson cruised to a 5-0 record, ahead of 17 other competitors in this double elimination format, to take home the title. If you'd like to see more of this course in Leland, North Carolina, check out my putter only video. You'll get a lot of different views that you didn't get today, especially from the tee pad on 5. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, Flippin' Disc Golf. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. Until then, let's grow the sport and keep on throwing those flippin' discs.